Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be having our discussion about Asian art history. But first, look at our title slide. You can definitely see the delicate cherry blossoms, the elegant architecture, the profound brush strokes of calligraphy, right? Well, these aren't just pretty pictures. They're windows into millennia of culture, philosophy, and incredible human creativity. My name is Shaimi Jane Estelani, and I, along with my group mates, Ivy Domingo and Giancarlo Dawitan, we are thrilled to guide you through this fascinating topic today. Now, before we fully immerse ourselves in the captivating world of Asian art, let's briefly look at what we aim to achieve together today. These are our learning objectives for this chapter designed to guide our discussion. So, at the end of this chapter, students will be able to first narrate briefly the history of Asian art and differentiate Chinese art from Japanese art. Second, describe the wide range of system and means of expression of Japanese art. And lastly, discuss the values of Asian art to the formation of society's culture. So, these three objectives will provide a clear roadmap for our exploration today, making sure we cover the most important aspects of this incredible topic. So, let's move on to what is Asian art. So, according to our slide, Asian art encompasses a vast and diverse range of artistic traditions from countries such as China, Japan, India, Korea, and others. So the history of Asian art is deeply intertwined with religious, cultural, and social developments of the continent. So sometimes, or mostly, or many people might think of Asian art as one singular thing, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Because, as our slide visually suggests, the background, with its diverse element like the tea ceremony and flowing ink mountains, Asian art is a vast and incredible diverse range of artistic traditions. It spans an entire continent, like including powerhouses like China, Japan, India, Korea, and many more, as long as it belongs in Asia. So, what's truly crucial to understand is that the entire history of this art is deeply, consistently, and meaningfully intertwined with the religious beliefs, cultural values, and societal changes that have shaped Asia for thousands of years. Na it reflects the very soul of this civilization. So, now, let's take a quick tour through some key historical developments of Asian art. And of course, let's start from the very beginning, the ancient beginning. So, ancient beginning is we're talking about the earliest forms of art in Asia, tracing back to prehistoric times. Like, think about the simple yet powerful cave paintings, practical pottery, and early sculptures that emerged in various regions, in places like Mesopotamia and Indus Valley. If moadto ka dito, you'll find art that held deep religious or ceremonial significance, laying the foundational layers for what was to come. Next, after the ancient beginning, let's move on to Chinese art. So, as you can see from the example on the slide, in the edge of this slide, perhaps a classic landscape painting or intricate pottery. That's part of Asian art because Chi- Chinese art boasts a history stretching back thousands of years. Because early on, they achieved remarkable feats in pottery, bronze work, and delicate jade carving. That's why over time, they also developed incredibly sophisticated calligraphy, just like what we observed in the first or in the title slide pa lang. And these styles was heavily influenced by their major philosophies and spiritual beliefs, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. Finally, let's look at the Indian art. So, Indian art is also part of Asian art. Indian art, as depicted in the lower section, often showing divine figures, like with the rise of monumental religions like Hinduism and Buddhism, Indian art truly blossomed. This period is particularly famous for its exquisite sculptures and awe-inspiring temple architecture. So the Maurya and Gupta periods, for instance, they saw significant advancement, producing intricate carvings and vibrant frescoes that continue to amaze us today. So, continuing to our historical overview, let's now turn our attention to Japanese art. So, Japanese art examples is a woodblock prints or ceramics. Japanese artistic traditions develop uniquely, even while incorporating influences from its neighbors like China and Korea. However, Japanese art is beautifully characterized by its strong emphasis on nature, a refined sense of simplicity, and a distinct aesthetic. We see this notably in their iconic woodblock prints, exquisite pottery, and the contemplated beauty of traditional ink painting. And finally, as we look at the bottom section, let's also talk about modern developments. The 19th and 20th century were a time of radical change globally. And of course, Asian art was no exception. It started like Western influences and increasing interconnectedness of the world. It's called globalization. It prompted the emergence of exciting new styles and movements. That's why today, contemporary Asian artists continue to push boundaries, reinterpreting traditional forms while fearlessly experimenting with cutting edge new media and concepts. Now that we're done in our Asian art history overview from the ancient times to Asian art, then an Indian art until Japanese art and modern development, let's move on to tackle a truly fascinating question. And this is, how does Chinese art really vary from Japanese art? Because these two traditions share some historical connection, and sometimes people get confused which is which. Okay, so well, while these two, of course, traditions share some historical connection, they've also developed distinct identities, influenced by their own unique cultures and philosophies. And today, we're going to break down these differences, exploring what makes each other tradition so singularly captivating. Let's go. So, our first point of comparison lies in their philosophical foundation. This is where many of K differences begin. So, look at the image on the left side of your screen. That's the classic Chinese landscape painting known as Shan Shui, or literally mean mountain water. Shan for mountain, and Shui for water. So, Chinese art is profoundly shaped by the great philosophical traditions of Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, as what I've discussed earlier. So, because of this, Chinese art often symbolizes harmony, balance, and aims to convey deep, deep moral lessons. The vast importance of nature and the cosmos, viewed as interconnected universal principles, is always beautifully reflected in this traditional landscape. Now, shift your gaze to the right side of the serene Japanese Zen garden, or Karisansoi, with its carefully sculpted bonsai. Japanese art is primarily influenced by Shinto, Japanese indigenous religion, and Buddhism. This blend fosters a profound spiritual connection with nature. You'll notice a characteristic Japanese aesthetic that celebrates impermanence, that everything changes, and a deep appreciation for simplicity. This is beautifully captured in the concept of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in the natural, the humble, and slightly imperfect. That's the first variation between Chinese art and Japanese art. Second is media and techniques. So on the left side again, we have a prime example of Chinese art, a traditional ink painting known for its exceptional fine brushwork and the integrated beauty of calligraphy. Chinese painting predominantly uses silk, paper, and ink with an intense emphasis on precise brush control and meticulous detail. Think of the elegance and discipline in each stroke, is what you can see in the image. Then, now look at the vibrant image on the right. This is what I am talking about, the classic Japanese woodblock print, often called as ukiyo-e. So, this is a true hallmark of Japanese art. So, unlike the more subdued Chinese ink paintings, Japanese art often feature vibrant colors and dynamic composition that excel at capturing specific moments like seasonal changes. Did you notice the cherry blossoms here? That scenes came from everyday life, and it's lively, engaging, and often tells a story. That's the second variation between Chinese and Japanese art. Next, let's have the themes and subjects. Again, on the left side, in the Chinese painting, of course, this is my favorite. You might observe a powerful dragon and a figure within a grand landscape. Chinese art often delves into rich themes such as mythology, sweeping historical narratives, and profound philosophical concepts. It frequently features allegorical figures like dragons and phoenixes, or revered historical figures. The landscape paintings, as seen here, aim to convey a sense of immense vastness and reflect the intellectual pursuits and contemplative spirit of scholars. Now, contrasting with that, look at the Japanese painting on the right. It depicts a figure among cherry blossoms. Japanese art, again, tends to focus more intimately on the beauty of transient moment. It often depicts a delicate flora and fauna, like specific scenes from everyday life and sometimes historical tales. There's a particular fondness for capturing the beauty of specific seasons, highlighting their ephemeral nature and celebrating the present moment. And lastly, we have the cultural influence and reception. So, Chinese art, backed by a long and continuous history of imperial patronage, they maintained its traditions over millennia. And it didn't just stay within China. It profoundly influenced neighboring cultures and various art forms across East Asia. It set a benchmark for much of the region. And even as Filipino, we were influenced by China. Then, next is Japanese art. While indeed drawing a significant influence from Chinese traditions, it also remarkably developed its own unique and distinct style and techniques. Today, Japanese modern art scene, particularly its contemporary practices, has become a global phenomenon too, influencing art movements worldwide and showcasing its incredible capacity for innovation and unique aesthetic. So, to summarize what we've learned, as you can see at the bottom of the slide, while both Chinese and Japanese art share certain historical and cultural intersections, it is their unique philosophies, their chosen media, and their distinct artistic expressions that truly set them apart within the broader magnificent spectrum of Asian art. And that's all of my part. Thank you for listening. God bless.
Japanese art is encompasses a rich and diverse array of styles, techniques, and materials that reflect the historical, cultural, and social influence of Japan over the centuries. Key forms and means of expression in Japanese arts. Painting. Traditional painting includes styles like Nihonga, Japanese style painting, which often employs natural pigments of rice paper, focusing on themes like nature, folklore, and spirituality, culture, and art forms. Ukiyo-e, ukiyo-e, woodblock paint prints that depict scenes of lands, kabuki actors, and beautiful women flourishing from the 17th to the 19th century. Arts like Hokashi and Horoshi are renowned figures in this genre. Sumae, the art of ink wash painting, emphasized the use of brushwork and minimalism to convey emotion and the essence of subject. Ang Japanese painting na traditional na style sama sa Nihonga gamit natural pigments o kaya woodblock print sa landscape ug mga tawo ni Hokusai and Horoshi ug Shumii. Ink wash painting nga nag-emphasize sa brushwork ug minimalism. Calligraphy Shodo, the aesthetic form of writing that combines artistic brushwork with the expression of character. Calligraphy is seen as moderative practice and demonstration of skills where the fluidity and form of each character convey meaning and emotion. Ceramics boasts a wide variety of ceramic style ranging from functional wear to elaborate art plays. Notable types include raku, known for its unpredictable glazing, and mari, characterized by intricate patterns and color. Each region often has its own distinctive ceramic style, influenced by local resources and traditional textile arts. Naa ang kimono sa usa ka tradisyon nga sinina nga naay symbolic patterns. Ang mga teknik sa masibori, tie-dye, shasiko, stitching nga kintsugi pag-ayo sa pottery gamit bulawan, nagpakita sa kagugi sa pagbuhat sa Japanese textiles. Sculpture. Traditional Japanese sculpture often featured Buddha's themes made from materials like wood, stone, and bronze. Notable examples include the colossal statue of Buddha and various bodhisattvas found in templates. Contemporary sculpture includes a mix of traditional techniques with modern concepts, exploring new forms and materials. Ang calligraphy o shudo, usa ka artistic nga pagsulat sa mga karakter nga makita isip usa ka meditative o skillful nga buhat ceramic gikan sa functional nga gamit padulong sa art pieces. Nay raku, dili matag-an nga glazing or imari nga complicated patterns. Architecture. Japanese architecture characterized by its harmony with nature, simplicity, and use of natural materials. Traditional structure like Shinto shrine and Buddhist templates feature wooden frameworks, sliding doors, susuma, and tatami mat flooring. Modern Japanese architecture often incorporates involved designs and sustainability, showing a blend of tradition and contemporary aesthetic. Traditional Japanese sculpture often focus on Buddhism themes, using materials like wood, bronze. Examples include a large Buddha statues. Contemporary sculpture blends old techniques with new ideas. Gardening. Japanese gardens. The creation of gardens is an art form itself, emphasizes natural beauty and symbolic elements. Zen gardens, Karen Sanshu with the minimalist design focus on meditation and contemplation, while tea gardens serve ceremonial purposes. Theater and performance art. Traditional performance art such as no kabuki and bunraku, puppet theater embody a unique blend of music, dance, and drama. These forms are deeply theatrical and often portray historical and mythological narrative through stylish performance. Ang traditional performing arts sama sa no kabuki and bunraku, puppet theater naghiusa sa musika, sayaw ug drama. Kini nga pasundayag nagsaysay sa mga istorya sa kasaysayan o mitolohiya pinaagi sa style sa mga pag-arte. Craft and decorative arts. Lacquer oroshi. The art of using lacquer to create beautiful, durable objects, often decorated with intricate design. Origami. The traditional art of paper folding, which embodies in the principles of simplicity, precision, and creativity. Crafts and decorative arts. Apil ang lacquer, for example, oroshi, ang art sa paggamit sa lacquer para sa nindot lig-on nga mga butang nga naay intricate design. Ang origami kay ang tradisyon nga art sa pagpilo sa papel, or mag-make sila og butterfly or flower nga ana. Contemporary arts. Modern Japanese artists incorporate influence from Western style while maintaining Japanese characteristics. This includes various media from installation and performance art to digital and video. Overall, Japanese art is marked by a deep connection to nature spiritually and a sense of aesthetic that values scriptability and detail. The seamless blend of traditional and contemporary practices continues to involve providing rich avenues for expression and cultural dialogue.
What are the values of Asian art to the formation of society culture? Asian art plays a significant role in shaping the values, beliefs, and identity of society across the continent. The impact of art on culture can be seen in various ways, including the reinforcement of social norms, that expression of philosophical beliefs, in the advancement of national and regional identities. Ang art daw sa Asia, dili lang mga pintura o mga gamit nga ginahimo lang para matahom. Ang mas importante kay nakaapekto sa tanang mga tawo sa tibuok Asia. Cultural identity and heritage. First is preservation of tradition. Art serves as a crucial medium for preserving cultural heritage and historical narratives. Traditional art forms such as calligraphy, pottery, and dance reflect the custom, beliefs, and everyday life of past generations, allowing societies to maintain a sense of continuity and identity. Ang art daw usa ka importante nga pamaagi aron mapadayon ang atong mga tinuan sa kultura ug mga istorya sa nakaraan. Ang mga tradisyon daw nga klase sa art sama sa pagsulat og letra, calligraphy, paghimo og mga palayok or pottery ug sayaw. Napakita daw kini sa mga pamutasan, mga pagtuo ug paagi sa pagkabuhi sa mga tigulang na henerasyon. Second is symbolism and iconography. Many artworks incorporate symbols and motifs that are deeply rooted in cultural and regional beliefs. These symbols convey values such as respect for nature, family, and community, helping to strengthen the collective identity of a society. Ang pasabot daw ani is daghan sa mga obra maestra ang naay mga simbolo ug mga laraw nga labi na sa mga naay konektado sa atong kultura ug relihiyon. Kini daw nga mga simbolo nagsulti bahin sa mga bili sa mga pagtahod sa kalipunan, magmahal sa pamilya ug paghiusa sa katawhan. Og nagatabang pod ni aron mas lig-on ang pagkahiusa sa atong grupo. The next is social commentary and change. First is reflection of social issues. Art can serve a mirror to society, highlighting issues such as inequality, injustice, and cultural change. Artists often use their work to critique soci- societal norms and challenge to status quo, fostering dialogue and reflection among viewers. Ang art daw kay sama sa samin sa katilingban. Makita daw nato diri ang mga problema sama sa dili pagkaparehas, kawalay hustisya ug mga pagbag-o sa kultura. Ginagamit daw sa mga artist ang ilang trabaho aron makasulti batok sa dili maayo nga mga pamutasan sa katawan ug makapahunong og hunahuna kanato aron kita maghisgot ug maghunona bahin ani. Second is catalyst for change. Social and political movements in Asia have often found expression through art. For instance, political art for region experiencing unrest can amplify the voices of marginalized communities and inspire action toward change. Ang pasabot daw ani is daghan kayo sa mga kalihukan sa politika o katilingban sa Asya ang nagamit sa art aron maipakita ilang mga hangyo. Example kung adunay kagubot sa usa ka lugar, ang art nga nay kalabutan sa politika makatabang aron mas dugang og tingog sa mga tawo ug maka-inspire pa sa mga tawo nga moagi og aksyon aron maayo ang sitwasyon. The next is community and social bonds. First is shared experience. Art often brings people together through communal activities such as a festival, performance, and collaborative project. This event foster a sense of belonging and shared experience among community members, reinforcing social ties. Sabot daw ni ang art nagtigom-tigom sa mga komunidad. Pananglitan ang Sinulog Festival dinhi sa Pilipinas. Daghan daw tawo ang malingaw o makatan-aw mao ang mobati sila og usa ra kita. Sa Indonesia ang paghimo og batik magkauban naghimo og lig-on nga relasyon kauban sa mga silingan. Second is cultural exchange. As an art promotes intercultural understanding through the exchange of ideas, style, and techniques. As people engage with different artistic traditions, they learn about diverse culture, fostering empathy and broader worldview. Ang art daw sa Asia makatabang sa mga tawo nga masabtan ang ubang kultura. Pananglitan kung makita nimo ang original gikan sa Japan o sayaw gikan sa India, makat-on ka sa ilang paagi sa pagkabuhi ang mga estilo sa art nga gipahibalo nga naghimo og mas maayong pagbati sa usag-usa. The next page is economic and cultural development. Patronage and support system. The art is often rely on patronage from both government and private entities contributing to cultural policy and economic growth. Investment in the arts can lead to cultural tourism, the development of arts industries, and increase the visibility for local culture on the global stage. Ang art daw nangihanlang og suporta sa gikan sa gobyerno ug pabor og pribado nga mga grupo. For example, kung ang gobyerno mobayad aron mapaayo ang mga museum suportahan ang mga artist, mahimong moabot ang mga turista nga ganahan makita sa lokal nga art. Mao ni ang makadugang sakita sa nasod ug makapahibalo sa atong kultura sa tibuok kalibutan. Second is innovation and adaptation. The interplay of tradition and contemporary arts encourage innovation, inspiring new forms and style that respond to modern societal change. This adaptability not only encourages cultural expression but also ensure the relevance of cultural practices in a rapidly changing world. Ang art daw nagbago usab kung ibutang ang tradisyon og pagbag-ong paagi sa paghimo makahimo og bag-ong estilo nga angay karon nga panahon. Pananglitan ang mga lokal nga artist dinhi sa Pilipinas mahimong gamiton ang tradisyonal nga weaving apan gamiton bag-ong materials o disenyo. Mao ni ang makalipay sa kultura ug makasiguro nga dili mawala kini sa paglabay sa panahon. Next page is educational and transmission of knowledge. Art as a learning tool. Artistic practices can serve as educational tools, teaching skills, cultural history, and ethics. Art education foster creatively and critical thinking, vital as society grow and develop. Ang art daw makatabang nga aron makatuo ta og makatuon tag lain-lain butang. For example, ang paghimo og pottery or nga makatulo sa kahanas sa paghimo og kasaysayan sa atong kultura ug unsaon paghimo og maayong mga desisyon ang pagtuon sa art. Second is oral tradition and storytelling. Many Asian art forms from theater of visual art serve to transmit oral history and narratives from one generation to next, ensuring that collective memory and wisdom continue to inform cultural values. Daghan daw sa mga art sa Asia ang ginagamit aron ipasa ang mga istorya gikan sa mga tigulang ngadto sa mga bata. Like for example, ang komedya o mga pintura sa mga Pampanga makasaysayang mga kaganapan. Mao ni ang makasiguro nga ang mga kahibalo og mga bili sa atong kultura dili mawala og padayon nga maamguan ang mga bag-ong henerasyon. Last is, in summary, Asian art is integral to the formation of expression of a society culture. It acts a powerful vehicle for preserving identity. The values encoded in artistic expression continue to influence the ways individuals and groups perceive themselves and their place in the world, playing a crucial role in shaping cultural narratives and societal development. Ang art daw sa Asia kusog nga makaimpluwensya sa mga pamatasan, tinuohan ug pagkaila sa mga katilingban. Nagpakaligyon kini sa mga kinatian sa katilingban. Nagpahayag daw kini sa mga ideya sa filosofiya ug nag-uswag sa pagkakaila sa nasod ug rehiyon. Ang mga elemento sama sa tradisyon nga gamit sa tila nga pintura sa tinta mao usab nga mga pananglitan nga adunay kahulugan sa kultura. And that's all, sir. Thank you.